Hello, my name is David Dornak, and today we're here to discuss judicial corruption and what it means to you. The problem that we have right now in the country is that most people assume we have a legal system. We have a bunch of people that have passed a bunch of laws, but that does not mean that these laws are designed or written to protect you. And even if they were seemingly designed to protect you, it doesn't mean that in the system you're going to wind up having any protection. Now, the proof of this comes in what I have as evidence. Here in Bexar County, I had a situation that going to traffic court, I wound up facing an officer that was lying under oath, a district attorney that conspired with him to lie under oath, Alex Fulmer. The judge went way out of his bounds on what he did. He rigged the jury. Now, rigging a jury can be done in the precinct, which would have been bad enough if that judge would have actually on his own stepped outside the bounds and rigged the outcome of a court just because of his personal prejudice towards me or whatever other reasons. Doesn't change the fact he did what he did. It would have been bad enough if he would have acted alone, but he actually called the county for the jurist that he wanted, and he actually received the jurist from the county. I found this out by going to the county and requesting information from their jury pool, asking them how they come across the name and whether or not Glenda Farish Graves, if her name had come from the county or if Judge Keith Baker had generated the name in Precinct 3. Turns out, after a month and a half of runaround, I received word from the county attorneys that they're not going to tell me, which means that it did come from the county. Next, I find Judge Keith Baker retires, and Susan Reed, the district attorney, and Nelson Wolf, county commissioning judge, covers his exit. So now I'm supposed to be paying taxes that pay for this man's retirement, the man that threw your entire legal system out the window. The reason why the checks and balances of the system are designed with judicial, executive, and legislative, any one of those fails, and in this case the judicial completely because it's been bought out. When any one of these fails, you do not have a country any longer. This is important. That means that we the people once again must create a government that actually represents us, a government by the people for the people. So the reason why it's important to come forward and say that yes, we do not have a legal system, and yes, this whole thing is collapsing, is because people like Keith Baker and Susan Reed and Nelson Wolf and Alex Fulmer and Officer Thayer have thrown all of the sacrifices of all the men and women in arms, all of the blood from how many generations, just threw it out the door. That's why it's important. To all my brothers and sisters in arms, I will say once again, pay attention, because the people that you're serving, chances are those are the criminals we were sworn to protect the country from. So we'll keep posting, and until something is actually resolved about this system and we get our country back, or at least some kind of a legal, or not so much worried about a legal system as I am a justice system. A system that provides justice for everyone equally. Doesn't matter your background, doesn't matter where you came from. And we can do